Hi, first off, I'd like to congratulate you if you've reached this part of the course. It's been a good journey, it's been a long one, and you've put in a lot of hard work to get up to here and get up to the knowledge level that you are at with Python right now. So, congrats on that, and just give yourself a pat on the back because you've done very, very well to come so far. With that being said, let's get on to the very first project of our course, which is the password generator. Now, this is going to be half project and half challenge, so I'm going to be telling you about what is expected out of the project in this one, and the next one is going to be the solution. But I hope that before watching the next video, you guys can try it out yourself and then watch the video if you have any issues with coding the project. So let's just get into it. Now, in this project, the first thing that you want to do is you want to take a user input and store it in 5 variables. So the 5 variables are first name, so that's the first variable, and it's basically going to store the first name of the user. Then the last name variable, which is going to store the last name of the user. The DOB variable, which stands for date of birth, which stores the date of birth of the user in the format month, day, and year. So MM, DDYY. So for example, if your birthday is June 11th, 1998, so that would be 06 for June, slash DD would be 11, that's the 11th day in the 06 month, and YYYY would be 1998, which is the birth year, right? So that makes up your DOB. Then the country of the user, so this would be where the user stays, which country the user stays in, and a variable called zip code, wherein you store the zip code of the user. Now, once you've taken these inputs from the user, you want to go to step 2, wherein you use this logic to create a password for the user. So the logic with which you're going to be creating a password for the user is you're going to be slicing. So here you're going to be using the concept of string slicing. So in this case, you're going to be slicing the last 2 characters of the first name of the user, join them with the first 2 characters of the last name of the user, then you slice the part from the date or the DOB of the user, you join it to these two. Then you take the first 4 characters of the country of the user and join it to this whole big string. And finally, you just add a $sign or like an underscore if you like with the $sign, just to make the password more secure, because usually symbols in a password or special characters in a password, as we call them, make a password much more secure. So to give you an example, we've got our first name is John here, last name is Doe, DOB is 12021990, country is Australia, and zip code is 12345. So the generated password would look something like this: HN from the first name, which is the last 2 characters of the first name from John, DO from the first 2 characters of the last name, 12 from the part of the DOB, AUST from the first 4 characters of the user's country, which is Australia in this case, and 45, which is the last 2 characters or the last 2 digits of the zip code, and finally a $sign. So this is what the password would look like if you create it with the logic that is given on the screen. So take it up as a challenge and let's get to PyCharm and start coding. I'll see you in the next one with the solution.